Okay, and what is your financial situation at this point?
Really bad. I am lucky if I make enough money to pay rent every month. I usually don't. Even though I'm working two jobs, I can barely get any hours in retail anymore. And so when I do get hours, I don't know, just doesn't seem to be enough money. So ideally, I really need to work about 15 hours a week to pay my rent with my retail job, but I'm lucky if I get 5 to 10. I can't remember the last time I had 10 hours in one week. And so I try to make up for that with my after school job, but it's still, I can't get a whole lot of hours per week with that. So I'm not paying my rent. I had to take out a student loan this semester to pay my rent because I couldn't pay my rent. And my rent is cheap. So.
Okay, so before we had this economic crisis of sorts, were you getting by better than you are now?
I had a totally different lifestyle. I saved money, but I didn't stress about saving money, and I could always pay rent. I don't even remember when the recession hit. Maybe when did things start to go down? October or November? What was
Yeah,
the date?
sometime in the fall. I don't have an exact date. Sorry.
Yeah, that's okay. Well, whenever it happened, within 2 weeks, my job was just gone. But before that, I wasn't working at after school. I was just working in anthropology, and I was working 25 to 30 hours a week. So I had a very large paycheck.
And how has this recession affected your friends or students that you know, coworkers?
I'm pretty lucky. I think it's probably hit me less than it has most of my friends. A couple of the girls I work with at anthropology, they are working there full time, so they have benefits, and they're not even working 40 hours a week. One girl told me that the store is still giving her benefits, but they can only give her 20 hours a week, which is just crazy. I can't imagine that being her only job and having to rely on that when she was making 40 hours a week. That's just really scary. And then another one of my friends was laid off from his job, so he's totally unemployed now. And all of my roommates work for the school, so they're doing fine. Because colleges make a lot of money, but my friends in retail aren't doing so good.
And has this affected your family back home at all?
No, surprisingly it hasn't. I think my parents are probably freaking out about it just because they think, oh, recession, but my parents still make just as much money as they did last year. My mom is salaried. She has the same job she had a year ago. And my dad is salaried, but he plows snow. So he made a ton of money this year because of the weather. So he's just lucky it snowed this year. He's just lucky the weather stinks.
And are you hopeful about the new administration in the White House, that things will change as in terms of our financial situation in the United States?
Yes, but I'm hopeful that it'll change because I think everything's going to change, but I don't think I'm going to see that change in the next year or two. But I think since I'm going into education, I think that's going to be really positive because I feel like Obama is doing good things for education and really raising the bar, and I'm leery of his programs for the arts because I don't think giving arts programs money is what makes them better. I think getting people involved is what makes them better, so I think I'm leery of it, but I'm also really optimistic.